Right, so hey guys, what's going on? My name is George and welcome back to another commentary. This commentary will basically be me stating my opinion on why I prefer smaller channels over bigger ones, whilst comparing some of my favourite small channels and my favourite big channels. So to start off, I'd like to say that this is only critique, and the context of this video is that I'm not hating on big channels because their success. That's just fucking wrong. I'm just putting out my reasonings on why I like the smaller channels over the bigger channels and how smaller channels deliver their content against how the bigger channels like to do it. There are a few channels I personally like who are quite big, such as Tropicala and Linus Tech Tips, mainly because these channels personally interest me with their videos and they engage me quite a lot, even with content I'm not specifically interested with. Most bigger channels do fail to interest me in this way, but I suppose that's just me and what I'm interested in, of course. A few interesting facts are that I was the first 100k to subscribe to Tropicala by also in his microwave t-shirt, which I bought when he reached 1 million subscribers. As of now, he has about 4.6 million subscribers, so that's quite a lot actually. There are other smaller channels I personally like, such as The Fuckers and Mars Bar. In my opinion, these channels are much more engaging and feel much more motivated to make videos. Maybe because the bigger channels need to dedicate much more time into producing their videos up to their expected standards, which can take a lot of time, but who really knows? I've also noticed that the smaller channels are much more likely to respond and interact with their fans than the bigger channels tend to. This could be for a few reasons, such as time constraints, but I don't actually know of any other reasons. Overall, I still feel that the smaller channels are a lot more fresh than the bigger channels, who probably find it harder to stop their content from turning stale by simply repeating previous uploads and such. But I have lost a bit of my interest in the bigger channels, such as Tropicala especially. If you remember his Hit a Stunt series, I was a massive fan of that series, but sometime last year he stopped doing that series. I'm not too sure why. Maybe he ran out of stunt ideas or something, but again, who really knows? Other than that, I'm personally not a big fan of the rest of his videos anymore, mainly because the content he uploads now is generally the same boring content, though this may be due to time constraints, as there's only very little you can do in one day. I'm also aware that he has a second channel known as Tropicala. I was subscribed to Tropicala before he even made the secondary channel. Despite the channel having nearly 900,000 subscribers, I actually think this channel is actually more entertaining than his main channel. He originally focused his secondary channel on being a second gaming channel, but for games that he thought wouldn't be as big as the games that he usually uploads onto his main channel. He started doing vlogs on that channel in February 2015, while still doing some gaming videos on the same channel, but he gradually stopped making gaming videos for that channel and has solely been uploading daily vlogs since. In my opinion, the daily vlogs are quite interesting for me to watch, and that's why I prefer the secondary channel over his superior main channel where he uploads games on it. Moving on to the vlog topic. Vlogs are quite popular amongst the community of bigger YouTube channels, but in my opinion it's just one of the only ways to stop their content from turning stale, as well as commentaries, which I'm pretty sure just as much channels still do, including the majority of smaller channels like myself, The Fuckers, and many more. This is one of the reasons why I started to make commentaries as well, though most channels tend to make vlogs and commentaries in order to make sure that they've got a video to upload every single day, and maybe they're made so that they have enough videos going whilst they are able to make a big project or something like that. This is something I've seen Pyrocynical in particular do, and that is ideally why I enjoy his content. I personally look up to Pyrocynical as a role model quite often, and I've been a fan of his work for over a year now. It's very interesting how he has changed from a small channel to a very big channel in the space of around 6 or so months. But also he is one of the rare channels which I genuinely like. The Fuckers is generally the younger brother of Pyrocynical in the way that he produces content as well. though I think that a smaller channel like him has got more potential to become even more successful than he is right now, and still be just as interesting as they are now. The fuckers started making commentaries around the same time as Pryor did, and he does a variety of commentaries, ranging from commentaries with gameplay included, as well as facecam commentaries, so essentially he is going for the best of both worlds here. In conclusion, I think that the bigger channels can learn a lot from their smaller ancestors in order to keep things interesting. Not that they should be followed, because this video is not made to tell people to change their style. It's about my justification on why smaller channels are better than the bigger channels, in my opinion, but also my justification on why that is so, whilst also trying to complement the bigger channels and find and justify ways that they could help keep their subscribers entertained. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you enjoy your day. Remember that this is only a critique video, and hopefully my opinions are not too biased, as it is just me explaining why I think the smaller channels are better than the bigger channels from my personal point of view. Again, thanks for watching and see you guys soon.